it's Kelly here and welcome to another vlog. As you can see, I have my suitcase here with me, which means I am getting ready for another trip, and this time it's to New Zealand. I'm going to be going there for 10 days for my show, and it's going to be a jam-packed trip filled with activities for the whole family. So that means I'll be packing for me and Tristan. So the challenge here is how to fill up one big luggage with things for me and my toddler. He's 3 years old, by the way, and how to be sure that I get to use every single thing that I pack. Okay, so a little backstory. Back when I was still single, I would be able to fill this entire luggage with my stuff, and I would just pack everything that I could, everything in sight basically, and everything that I thought that I would need for the trip. And I would end up overpacking and not using everything in my luggage. Like, I would only end up using 20% of what I would bring, which is so wasteful. And at the same time, before leaving for the trip, I would end up paying for overweight fees. I would end up paying for overweight fees, which is quite expensive. It can amount to a lot, and it's really not worth it because of course you're going to do shopping there, and there are just so many limitations to bringing such a big luggage full of crap that you don't really need or you won't really use. And so I decided to be smarter with my packing choices, and yeah, I learned a lot from my experiences. And now that I need to pack, or I need to share my suitcase with my toddler, well, I have to be even more efficient and smart when it comes to packing. Okay, so here are my 10 tips for packing for your family. Moms, listen up. Alright, so tip number 1, check the weather and check your itinerary. This is super important. You have to know the weather because that way you'll be able to prepare and know what to wear exactly for that trip. And remember, you're bringing your kid with you. You have to be 10 steps ahead. You have to be in the know and you have to be prepared. So if you're going to a place with warmer climate like the beach, or it's super cold or windy, it really depends. Like, you have to be prepared and pack accordingly. For instance, I went to Batanes thinking that it was beach weather, and little did I know that it was super cold that time. It's really windy there actually. It's in the tip of the Philippines, and so yeah, it's really like cold weather over there, and I was totally unprepared. I think I even got sick during that trip, and I ended up borrowing a comforter from one of the nice people there from Batanes that we met, and I was basically using a comforter as a coat the entire time. I was lucky that time. You may not be if you're going to a different country or what, but yeah, it's good to be prepared. And especially important is the itinerary. For instance, for this trip to New Zealand, they told me that I'll be going sailing, and I immediately looked up what to wear when you're sailing in cold weather. And now I kind of have an idea of what to bring thanks to Google. And it's really good to be prepared and to know all these things, because you really don't want to go there unprepared and then end up buying things that you don't really need and you have a duplicate at home. It's really wasteful. So be prepared and know the weather and know what you're doing. Know your itinerary. Tip number 2, pre-style your clothes so you know exactly what to bring and how to use them in many different ways. Okay, last night I already pre-packed my clothes and I already came up with 10 outfits. So these are the clothes that I'm going to wear, and these are based on the weather and the itinerary. Okay, so this never occurred to me before. You can actually reuse the clothes that you bring on your trip. Back in the day, back when I didn't really know much, I would bring one outfit per day and think, okay, since I've already used that particular article of clothing for the day, I'm done with it. I don't need it anymore. It's done. Like, it's going to the laundry bin and I won't be using it for the entire trip. So it's good for you to use like particular articles of clothing many times throughout your trip. Of course, these can get dirty and you'll probably need to laundry them. But usually, hotels provide laundry services. And if you're staying at an Airbnb, usually they have a washer and a dryer available at the apartment where you're staying at. Or you can go around your neighborhood. There is sure to be a laundromat somewhere there. So knowing that you can wash your clothes means you don't really need to bring so many of them, and you can reuse them many times throughout your trip, which is so smart. It's just really mind-blowing. I didn't think about this before, and I didn't think it was possible before. Now, putting that in my mind, it just makes my suitcase so much lighter. All you need to do is pre-style your clothes, and you won't have to worry about your outfits throughout the trip because you already know what you brought and what you can wear. Tip number 3, take photos of these outfits. I learned about this tip when I watched Rachel Zoe's show back in the day. I think it's called Rachel Zoe Project. Anyway, I watched it, and there was like a scene where she was styling for the red carpet, and she would insist on taking a Polaroid photo of the celebrity before making that final decision, because she said that it is only by looking at the photo that you'll truly know if the outfit works or not. Sometimes when we look at the mirror, we think it looks good, but then it's really weird. Like when you take a photo of it, it's like the clothes really come out and you kind of just know what works and what doesn't. I can't really explain it, but it works for me. And the plus side to this is you have an album of your outfits. So throughout the trip, you can just choose, you can scroll and choose which outfit to wear, and easily you can spot like everything you need, like the top, bottoms, accessories, and it's all in the photo. You know exactly what to wear for that particular day. Tip number 4, steam and iron your clothes beforehand. Okay, so the last thing you want is to pack your wrinkled clothes in your luggage to make them even more wrinkled. And when you get there to your destination, you can't really use the clothes that you brought, or at least it won't look as good as you want it to be. So steam and iron all your clothes before packing them, and if you pack them correctly, then it'll be wrinkle-free. Because of course, not everyone will have an iron or a steamer at their hotel room or Airbnb, so it's best to do your work beforehand. Tip number 5, use packing cubes for smaller items, like for underwear, thermal underwear, and just like tank tops and t-shirts. I use packing cubes because I want to make sure that all these smaller items are kind of just packed and organized in one little area. And these packing cubes are really such a great invention because of course it makes packing easier. And all you have to do when you get to your destination is to remove it, and it goes straight to your closet or your drawers. Okay, so what I like to use when I pack are packing cubes. These come in different sizes, and you can use them for your t-shirts, organize them, especially for baby clothes. This is so important because at least you get to see all the clothes. Like I get to see all the clothes of Tristan, and it's easy to like mix and match. And it comes in different sizes. You can put your underwear, your swimwear, your winter wear, like your gloves, your hats. And I love this. Like this one is from Pack and Go. It has like laundry bags that you can use. And this one was a gift from Visions and Expressions. I use both because I need a lot of organization because I'm packing for me and Tristan. So usually I pack his clothes in like his pants are all here, and then his shirts are all here. So yeah, that's how I do it. Tip number 6, fix your toiletry kit and your makeup kit before leaving. This is a mistake I've made so many times before, and I basically just dump whatever I can find, and when I get to my destination, I'm missing mascara or eyeliner or something else that's essential to the trip. And it's good to prepare beforehand. It's all part of the packing process. You really need to make the preparations so that when you get there, life will be easy and convenient. And it's a plus if you can find your favorite beauty items in travel sizes. I always keep those, and I always make sure to pack those in my travel kit. This is so essential, and it just makes your suitcase so much lighter. So I am packing my makeup kit, which basically holds everything that I need for my trip. Like for instance, this one, this is what I use for foundation. It's Happy Skin Insta Beauty Blur Cream. And then this is what I use for contouring. This one, Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish Loose Powder in Basic Brown. And eyeshadow from Inglot. Blush from MAC. 2 different kinds of blush. Max Factor mascara. A lot of lipsticks. These are from Happy Skin, Ofra. And this one I use underneath everything else. It's MAC Prep and Prime. This is Fixing Spray. This one. And of course, my Shumura Gold Eyelash Curler. Eyeliner from K Palette. Super love this. Doesn't move. Waterproof. And of course, for my eyebrows, this one, Real Lasting Eyebrow from K Palette. So that's basically my makeup kit that I bring with me on every trip. So this is, it's kind of big, but it holds everything I need for shooting. And as you know, I have no makeup artist for Trending with Kelly. I do my own makeup all the time, and yeah, that's why I need to bring a lot of makeup. And of course, brushes. This is from Happy Skin. This was a gift from them a few years ago, and I use this, and I bring these with me on every trip. Okay, tip number 7, lay your clothes flat to avoid creasing. Now, I know this will spark some kind of discussion because a lot of people still recommend to roll your clothes. And I used to roll my clothes all the time, and I found that I didn't have that much space in my suitcase. Like, I'd always run out of space. I watched this video recently where this guy, he basically packed 2 suitcases, and one he did the rolling style, and the other he just laid the clothes flat, like one on top of the other. And guess what won? He was able to pack so much more when he laid the clothes like flat, and that was just an amazing example for me, and I was sold after that. Ever since then, I would just lay my clothes like very neatly, one on top of the other. And a tip to avoid wrinkled clothes, well, don't bring them. I think it's very smart to kind of just bring clothes that are low maintenance and do not wrinkle, and this will make your life so much easier because you really don't want to worry about wrinkles and having to iron and steam, because you really don't have that time when you're on your trip, and that's the last thing you have to think of. So just don't pack it. If it'll wrinkle easily, just leave it at home. What I'm going to do is pack them by laying them flat, because then you have more space. Like, you have more space if you lay everything flat, and it doesn't get as much wrinkles. So I start with this coat, which I lay flat like this, and yeah, I basically make sure that it's properly folded, packed like this. And I will be laying the clothes per outfit on top of it. So next is this dress. I am just going to lay it on
mine. Mine.
I am showing them something, B.
No way! And look at me.
Mom's turn.
No.
One. Tip number 8. Bring only your tried and tested comfortable shoes. So this is based on experience. Back then, I used to bring like maybe 7 or 8 pairs of shoes per trip, and I don't know why I used to do that. I would even bring super high heels, and I would never wear them, and they would just take up so much space, and it was just so unnecessary to bring them, and I would feel bad because I didn't get to use them, and then I'd want to use them, and it's just back and forth. Just make your life simple and bring shoes that you know are super comfortable, especially if you're going to be walking around the city. You'll need comfortable shoes. And luckily, the trend is all about comfortable shoes. So flats and sneakers are a must. So usually these are what I bring, and when it comes to dressier shoes, well, bring dressier flats. I think these work just as good as heels do, and you're more comfortable. Okay, so for my shoes, I'm going to be bringing with me 4 pairs. I haven't decided yet if I want to bring 5, but I think 4 is good enough because I have tried them last night with my 10 outfits and they work really well. So the first are these boots. I know I said it's Baguio weather, but you never know. These are from, where are these from? LD Tuttle. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. LD Tuttle. I haven't used them actually. I got them years ago, but I never got to use them, and that's why I want to bring them on this trip. And they work really well with some of the outfits that I brought. And yeah, I can't wait to use these. These are like your basic black boots. Next up are these white boots. They are from Chloe. I got them when I went to San Francisco during my last trip, and I got them on sale at Saks. I think it was Saks Fifth Avenue, and I just really wanted to try on these shoes, but I ended up falling in love with them because they are so soft and they're just so beautiful. And white boots are really on trend now, so I want to make the most out of them. So these are coming with me. And then I have these basic super light sneakers from Keds. These are from Keds Studio, and I got them a few months ago. I actually posted photos of myself wearing them in Instagram, and they're so comfortable. It's super lightweight. And then I have my Gucci loafers, which I will wear in the airport. These are the most comfortable pair of shoes that I own. Really, they are really such a joy to wear. They feel like butter. Like the leather is just so soft, and my feet just feel so pampered whenever I wear them. I seriously am so in love with them. They're the type that you can push down like this, but I never really do it like that. I never really wear it that way, but they're super soft, and these are perfect. I think I'm gonna be wearing them to the airport because they're just so comfortable.
Airport.
And I'll be wearing them when I go on city tours because they're just so comfortable. Tip number 9, bring the extras. This means your tried and tested staples of your closet. Your white t-shirt, your white button down, your nicest fitting denim jeans. Don't forget about those. I mean, as much as you want to look trendy and stylish on your trip, you'll need your workhorse basics to tide you over, especially when you don't really feel like dressing up so much. These are really great, and back then I used to forget to bring them. I used to think, no, they're too basic, but then I would end up buying basics wherever I would go just to kind of fill in the gap, which was wrong. In the first place, I should just bring them with me, which makes life easier. And yeah, it's really all about comfort when it comes to traveling. So don't forget your basic workhorses. Tip number 10, don't forget about the little things. Of course, I'm talking about your medicine, your vitamins, your tampons, diapers, vitamins, anything that you would need for a mini emergency in case your son gets sick, gets a fever, in case you get a blister from walking all day. Don't forget to make a list and check it 3 to 4 times. It's really so important to be prepared when it comes to packing and traveling with your family. all learned a little something. These are tips that I try to apply whenever I pack for my family. And yeah, I hope they help you in the future. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye guys!